Good afternoon, gardeners. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing good. So, today I just wanted to show you guys what I'm doing with my tomato plants, and I also wanted to show you guys the blossoms on my tomato plants. So, right here I have, some tomato plants just cloning up, trying to gain some roots, and I think I'm going to put these in the community garden that I have at my grandfather's house. I got some over here as well, but yeah. Alright, so now let's go check out the raised bed garden. Now, I started questioning what tomatoes I actually planted where when I started seeing the blossoms. Now, I didn't really think anything of it when I, saw these tomatoes, but now that I realize that these are most likely cherry tomatoes. See, these blossoms are really small. Like, I don't know if you see that, but they're really small. They look like cherry tomato blossoms. While this one, they are very big. All of them are. Now, I don't know if, that's just how they grow, or I just mislabeled them, but if I did, then I'm going to have a lot more cherry tomatoes than beefsteak, and I actually wanted more beefsteak than cherry tomatoes, so either way, we're going to have some sort of tomato. It just may not be the exact one I desired, but you live and you learn, and that's the point, or that's the point of all this, is learning, living, and growing, right? I actually just got done watching Bobby's video from Shed Wars on Beestead. I think that's his channel name. Either way, I just got done watching his video. It's pretty good. He got like 60 gallons of honey, which is really good. It's nice. But yeah, these radishes are really, turning out, doing pretty good. We're getting seed pods everywhere, so that's really good. We're starting to get some beans on these green beans over here. But yeah, I just really wanted to show you guys that it's very possible that I missed, I messed up the containers and I mixed them up. And I wasn't sure if I did. I thought I knew which ones I was planting where, but I guess I didn't. But I could have sworn that this was a cherry tomato, and it might be a beefsteak. Or it just has really big blossoms because, well, it started late and it really focused on its roots. But either way, yeah, that's going to be today's video. Basil is doing great, if you can say that. I mean, it's doing great. It's not flowering yet. And yeah, beans are doing awesome. They're really growing big. A lot bigger than the other ones, that's for sure. But they're, really rising above the tomato plants, trying to get like a ton of, just trying to get, a ton of light, because the tomato plants are kind of blocking it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this cucumber plant. Yeah, it produced one cucumber, but honestly, I think that's going to be it for this cucumber plant. It had a very harsh winter, and it's not getting much, or I shouldn't say winter, I should say spring. It had a very harsh spring. It was doing really good at the beginning, and then I brought it outside, left it out in the cold, and now this. But either way, now the shades, all these plants are really shading out the cucumber plant. So I don't know if I'm going to get many cucumbers out of this. It does seem like it's starting to grow over there, so it may vine out into the light over there. But I don't know if I'll get any cucumbers in this exact spot right here. But either way, I'll know next year to not plant, cucumbers right there. Possibly just plant, bean plants or whatever. But you also don't want to plant the same crops in the same spot. So I don't know. I was thinking about just planting some potatoes next year right in this area, and then do container gardening with tomatoes. Or I may just stick with, beefsteak tomatoes and cherry tomatoes, but only do, one of each. So that way I get, a good amount, but not, an like, but not like over exaggerate on the amount, right? So just really focus on 2 plants rather than 4 plants. Um, you know, 2 different varieties, and yeah. But either way, I was watching Brainstorm Acres, and they were comparing their tomato plants, and it really got me thinking, like what if that's my tomatoes were, well, aren't the tomatoes that I said they were. Well, they were, but they're in reverse, right? So I don't know if these are beefsteak or not. I'm hoping they are, but if they're not, then they're cherry tomatoes. Either way, I've grown all 3 of these from seed, so they're either cherry or beefsteak, whatever, works. But yeah, they're getting pretty big, I guess. But I don't know. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and liked this video. I know it was a bit of a different one, but yeah. So that's going to be it. I'll see you guys in the next Shed Wars, or the next video, garden video, whatever. Because this one's going up Sunday, and it's Wednesday, Thursday, whatever, right? It all